Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, hello, my name is Sam and I love makeup, clearly. So today, if you haven't already guessed by the thumbnail, we're going to be discussing my 2022 favourites. Now at the start of 2022, I had a very small collection. By the end of 2022, it was ridiculous. But I still had some firm favourites that I had found throughout the year that I was reaching for all of the time, and we're just going to discuss those today. So if that's something that you're interested in, please stick around. This potentially could be a longish video, so I would definitely go grab yourself a drink, whether that is a cup of tea or a bottle of vodka. Totally up to yourself. But yeah, let's just dive right into it. We're just going to ignore the background again. As I've said, I'm hoping to have a little bit of a move around in a couple of weeks. Those are just some kids' toys. I do have kids. They live here. I can't help it. So yeah, let's just dive into it. Yeah, so as I said, I had a very small collection at the start of 2022, and then it just expanded, and then I did YouTube and it expanded even more. And it just keeps getting bigger, to the point where I actually want to do some videos, if you're interested, of me like showing you what's in my collection. Maybe like I'm a bit of a blush whore, so I'd like to start out with that one. I absolutely love blushes. So yeah, maybe in the future, we don't know. When I have a bit of a sort out and a clear out, I'm getting some more storage and stuff, so when I do that, I might be able to film those videos, but we'll see. We'll see what's on the agenda. So let's just sit down and start from the base, all about the base, and work our way up. Okay, so for moisturiser, I tend to have like quite normal. I don't really have. I like to keep my skin quite hydrated. So yeah, I don't really, moisturisers were a thing for me, especially last year. This year I really want to stick to like skincare and stuff like that. So if you know any good moisturisers for foundation, like obviously under your makeup, then let me know down below, because the moisturiser that I was using is in my project pan, and this is the Garnier Skin Active Vitamin C Brightening Day Cream, and this is literally like almost out. So please stick around and watch my project pan, because this one is it's going to be going down very, very soon. But I've been loving this. I have, yeah, so it just smells like moisturiser, to be quite honest. Doesn't really have a very strong scent. But no, I've really, really loved this one. But I want to switch it up. I'm not one of these people that tends to, unless I genuinely love something. I've never tried anything that good. I want to stick to it. But I do want to try another moisturiser. So yeah, let me know down below if you know of any good moisturisers. The next one that I want to mention is a moisturiser slash primer. This is newish to my collection. I definitely think I got this when I started YouTube, I think. And there's some kind of goop on it. I think that's eyelash glue. Sorry. This is Embryolisse, a light cream. I don't know how to say that, to be quite honest. But yeah, this has also been used and abused. I really like this. I only got a 30ml. I was gonna try the Wella food for your face, so I think I might try that one. Let me know down below if you've tried that and if it's any good. This has actually got like a little tiny split in it, so I'm trying to use this up at the moment just so it doesn't leak everywhere. But yeah, it's really, really nice, hydrating. It's quite thick. I feel like, I don't know if it's as hydrating as it could be, but it just says Soin Hydrate. It's obviously foreign. But yeah, it's nice, but it's a little bit thicker than the Garnier one. This is like really, really thin consistency, which I kind of prefer. But I also like this as a primer as well. So I don't know. I do like it. It's nice. Would I repurchase it? Yeah, because I do like it. So I suppose I like it more than I'm saying I do. Yeah, those are like moisturisers that I've just reached for. I do have a couple of others, but like I tend to just want to use one up before I go and purchase another one, so I don't own that many. Primers. Okay, so first one I want to give a shout out to is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I was so close to buying the Milk Hydro Grip, and then this came out and I was like, okay, okay. I do want to try the Niacinamide one, but I haven't come across that yet. Is that for sale like in the UK? I think it is. I'm sure it's on Beauty Bay. But yeah, I haven't seen it in like Superdrug or anything. I'm nearly out of this. I do have a backup because I do really, really love this. Again, in the Project Pan. Yeah, it's the one that I am wearing this today. So yeah, I do generally reach for that one a lot. Another one that I reach for a lot is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is really nice. Again, it's in the Project Pan. I wonder why. The only reason I've put this in the Project Pan is like, well, to pan it, which I have. I think I would like to use it up. I have started recently using the P. Louise poreless one, which I don't know if I don't know. I do like this putty one. I do like that one. That was a bit more thicker, whereas this is like more sheer. It just blends in, it just melts into your skin. It's really, really nice, and it's really, really good, and just really affordable, which we all love an affordable primer. Another primer that I have been loving and reaching for like a lot of the time is the NYX Bear With Me Hemp Daily, again, moisturising, daily moisturising primer with SPF 30 in it. I've reached for this a lot. I've had it quite a long time. It's in the Project Pan. I am actually nearly out of this now, but again, it's really, really smoothing, really refreshing. I think that's probably like my favourite type of primer. Clearly, I feel like there's a little thing going on here. I do really like a hydrating primer. Yeah, I really like this. Would I repurchase it? I don't know, because you know it's like a moisturiser as well. I don't know. I do like it though. It's nice. Right, let's move on now to foundation. Okay, so I have two foundations that I was reaching for over and over again. I always mix up my makeup, especially being here on YouTube and obviously over on Instagram. I try to mix it up as much as I can. But, you know, I did reach for these ones a lot last year. So the first one is actually a newish one. I think I got this towards the end of last year. And it's a drugstore as well, so that's even better. So it's the Collection Hydra Serum Foundation with hyaluronic acid. This is so, so nice, you guys. Honestly, I got into, like, I really liked full coverage at the start. I've got full coverage on today, but I really liked full coverage at the start, and then towards the end, my skin was just, it just wasn't, you know, as nice as it used to be. Like, I'm getting older at the end of the day, but like, yeah, and I wanted like hydrating. There's definitely a theme here. And I saw this, and I think it's pretty new. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, I'm going to try it, and honestly it's amazing. And I really like the Collection foundations. I have the matte foundation as well, which is in the Project Pan, which I've been reaching for, but that's very, very thick and it's quite heavy on the skin, but it's a really nice foundation. But yeah, I've been reaching for this a lot. I've had to put it down a few times now, but you can't see because it's in a glass jar and it's not really, it's frosted, so you can't tell where I've got to, but it has a pump, which I prefer. But yeah, I really really like that one. I've reached for it ever such a lot. So the other one on the price scale is the other end, and this is the one that I'm wearing today. This is the Born This Way matte foundation. When I was into like full coverage matte foundations, I went and purchased this one, and I'm still glad that I did. I'm really, really glad that I did. It does sit on the skin beautiful, it lasts, it's a really nice foundation. It's not thick, it's not cakey, it's not heavy, it's a nice matte foundation. Yeah, it's apparently 24-hour. I've never really put that to the test, but it is oil free, oil controlling, waterproof and transfer resistant apparently. But yeah, it's a really nice foundation, and I reached for this ever such a lot last year when I bought it. This one is in the shade 6 Cashew, and this one is in the shade Snow, if you're the same sort of skin tone to me. But yeah, both are really good and both quite similar in colour. Like, there's not much of a difference. But yeah, both really, really nice, sit on the skin perfect. It just depends what you want, whether if you want something that is like a little more bougie, but if you want something that's more like everyday friendly, you know, if I had to go for, you know, an everyday friendly matte foundation, I probably would go for the Collection one. That was another one that I was reaching for ever such a lot last year, but I've kind of gone off of the matte foundations, so the only one I ever tend to reach for is this one, just because it is more full coverage, less cakey, less thick. It's just a really nice foundation. let's get into brows, because brows bore the life out of me. I absolutely hate brows, to be quite honest. So I'm just going to whiz through these. I use the 24-hour brow setter a lot. This is the Benefit one. This is just the clear brow gel. Yeah, it's nice. It's just keeps your brows in place. That's all I wouldn't say I even keep an eye on my brows, to be quite honest, throughout the day. I just kind of just let them do their own thing. Yeah, it's just not something that I'm really that fast about, to be quite honest. But this is a good one. If you want to keep your brows in place, this is really good. It doesn't leave that like crusty, jelly, you know, crap all through your eyes. I do find that I tend to have to use this before I put my makeup on though, because if there is any foundation, it goes a bit like gunky, whereas the next product I'm going to talk about, like, I can use that if there's foundation in my brows. That is that. Which is the NYX Lift and Snatch. This is the best brow pen ever in the history of the world. I haven't tried many, I haven't, because brows are boring to me. But this is so good, like so good. I have very fine hairs like here at the front of my brows, and I always reach for this. Like, I think this is my second one, and this is in Project Pan, and I think it's not nearly out. This is in the shade Espresso, but I do want to get the black, because I've just recently purchased the black Thick It and Stick It, so I want to get the black, because sometimes when I put that through and then I put this through, it just makes a bit of a weird colour. But this is so good, so affordable. I will repurchase that over and over again, personally. So let's move on to concealers. So the first concealer I don't actually have, because I used it up and I haven't repurchased it yet. It is the e.l.f. Hydra Camo Concealer. That one is amazing. I absolutely love that one. It's a really good one. I do have to repurchase it, but I just haven't got around to it yet. But the one that I keep going back for over and over again, I use this to spot conceal. I use this to conceal under my eyes, around my face. I just love it. The shade is amazing. It's quite bright as well under my eyes. Honestly, it's such a good way. It doesn't crease. Well, it does crease. Every concealer creases on me. My New Year's resolution is to find one that doesn't crease on me. But it doesn't crease as quickly as like some of the cheap ones. But the e.l.f. one is a really good one. And this is the Too Faced one. I have used this again. You can't tell, but honestly, I know I'm gonna be hitting pan, like, getting very close to this running out soon. I'm gonna be so good at it. This is really good. Such a good one, a holy grail. I will purchase this again, over and over again. It is absolutely amazing. It is a multi-use one, so you can use it to like carve out or whatever you want to do. I only use it to just, you know, do my concealing and spot concealing. But no, it's such a good one. Unfortunately, it's a little bit more expensive than like your e.l.f. one, but yeah, this one and the e.l.f. one were the ones. Obviously the e.l.f. one's gone now because I reach for it a lot, but yeah, this one is definitely top, unfortunately. Okay, cream products. Now, cream products weren't a thing that I reached for a lot last year. They really weren't. Maybe towards the end of the year. So I don't have any cream brushes. I don't, because they're something that I want to more invest in this year, I guess. Yeah, I just don't reach for them. I don't have a favourite. I have a few, like I have a couple, and if I'm on a day where I'm doing a full glam, I'll pick one up. But on a day-to-day basis, they're just something that I don't really reach for, to be quite honest. So I didn't put any in, but I do like a cream bronzer, and my favourite one that I have used this year is the NARS one. Yeah, this is just, it's been amazing. So I have mine in the shade, I think it's just Laguna 1. Yeah, Laguna 1. It's so beautiful. It blends out like a dream. I've really got a dent in that, but I'm not too sure if you're going to be able to see it or not. I'm going to be gutted when this runs out, because I think it's pretty much out of stock everywhere. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get it back again. But no, it's beautiful. Really love this. It blends out like butter. It really is. But I will just give an honourable mention to my Project Pan one. This is, again, also really good, but it doesn't blend out as nice. It blends out good, but it just takes a little bit longer. This is the Revolution one, which I was really confused. I was really surprised about. This is in the shade Light, and we are pretty close to hitting the pan there. But yeah, it's a really nice one if you're looking for an affordable one. But this has been the one that I've reached for over and over and over again, and will continue to. As for powders, so I do have quite a selection of powders. There is a couple though that I've reached for a lot. We're gonna obviously go with the TikTok Viral. I bought this before it was TikTok Viral, by the way, just want to point that out. The Huda Beauty. I have mine in the shade Cupcake, and I absolutely freaking love this powder. I've used this so much, and you can barely tell, like, I've used it that much. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. Like, it's just such a nice shade, and people, if you're fair skin tone, I think this is a really good shade, to be quite honest, the Cupcake one. I don't use it for baking. I know it does tell you on the back if you want to bake, like how to do it and stuff like that. I don't really bake, to be quite honest, because I try to put as less powder on as possible, just because I'm getting old. Yeah, it's really nice. I love it. It's worth every single penny. But a drugstore one, again, that I was reaching for a hell of a lot, and I didn't expect to really like this one. This is the I Heart Revolution coconut powder. You can see I've actually made quite a dip in this one, which is weird. Like, how much is in this one? So there's 22 grams in this one and 20 grams in that one. Yeah, but like I say, I've made quite a dip in that one, so I have used it a lot. Yeah, it's the one I'm wearing today. I didn't want to wear my Huda one because I'm not really doing anything today, but so I decided to pull this one out, and I was like, yeah, I really still love this powder. It's really nice. It sits so nice on the skin. I think it's like a fiver. That's what I'm gonna say. Bronzers next. There are two. Okay, so this one is these are high end. I do apologise. I haven't ever come across a drugstore bronzer that isn't like just doesn't suit my skin tone. It's patchy, it's orange, it's just not nice. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna try not to blind you as that hits the lights. And this is in Project Pan, and I've done extremely well. So yeah, if you can see, like, I've hacked it a little bit because it did get hard pan, so I've kind of like tried to scrape that off. I love this bronzer, absolutely love this bronzer, and if I had to, both of these bronzers I'm going to mention I would repurchase. This is in the shade 2, so I do have to go in with a little bit of a lighter hand. But yeah, I would definitely get the next shade. These are magnetic, so this does come out, this part, and then you can just pop your new one in. But mine's got a little bit manky, to be quite honest. I don't really know if I would get that off. So I'd probably just purchase the whole thing again. But this is really worth every penny. It is so beautiful. It's just a really nice soft bronzer, and I love it. I do love it. The next one though, kind of bet it. Like, that is second place. That is second, because the one that I'm going to talk about now is first place. And I don't know how I haven't hit pan on this. This is the one that I'm wearing today. So it's very light. It's very subtle. It's just so beautiful, honestly. It's so beautiful. And this is the Glowish Huda Beauty. If I had to get rid of all of my bronzers, this would be the one that I kept, because this is beautiful. I have mine in the shade 01 Light. It is just, honestly, I don't know how I haven't hit pan on this yet. It is stunning, like stunning. It's the best bronzer that I have. I would highly recommend this one if you shade the same skin tone as me. It's just so beautiful. It is so easy to blend out. It is like a really nice light shade, but it's just so cool toned. It's honestly, I have no bad words about this one. If they ever discontinue this, I think I might actually cry. And I don't think I've said that about any products in my collection, apart from this and maybe the Huda Beauty setting powder. I could get away with another one, but this bronzer is the best one in my collection, the best one I've ever used, and I would just, yeah, I would really miss it. So please, Huda, if you're listening, probably not, please don't ever discontinue it. Never. Okay, so blushes. Okay, so I am a blusher whore, basically. I absolutely love blusher. Like, I have so many of them, and they are probably the biggest part of my collection next to eyeshadow palettes. I do need to sit down and do a video on my blush collection because there's just so many of them. There really is, and I love each and every one of them, to be honest. So I do love each and every one of them, but there are a few that I was reaching for throughout last year. Not just one, just one. There, I have actually got 5 blushes, because I found it really hard to pick from these, and I was like, should I put that one back? I was like, no, let's keep it out. So let's go through the one that I'm wearing today. Well, there's 2 that I'm actually wearing today, so we'll go through. The first one that I'm wearing is from the MAC Stranger Things collection. This blush, and this is the He Likes It Cold. Now, when I show you this, if you haven't seen it, unfortunately this is discontinued, but if you haven't seen, you might be like, how is that going to work on such a pale skin tone? Because, you know, look at the packaging. I watched all the Stranger Things last year. I was so behind, and then I watched it all and I just became like, you know, a buff. And yeah, this is the blush. Now, people are probably like, that is way too dark, and it is a dark blush, but it's very buildable. I could go in with just such a light hand, and this looks, well, I've got it on today, it just looks absolutely incredible. Like, you wouldn't think that I've got this blush on today, because it's just not, it's like, it just gives that lovely, oh, it's just such a nice colour. And I was through fall last year, I had to stop using this one. I just love it. I love it. I do love it with my whole heart. I'd be really disappointed if this one, and I think one more, got discontinued. Well, this one is discontinued, but if, like, you know, if I hadn't got it in my collection, maybe if I'd lost it. So the next one that I'm wearing on my face today is the Butterfly blush from Benefit, the only one that I actually own, and this has got like a bit of a shimmer to it. And again, I've reached for this like a lot. I don't really like this cardboard packaging that they do. I think it's really quite cheap, and like, I just don't like it. But yeah, this was the first Benefit blush that I bought, and I went for orange because I don't really have many orange blushes in my collection, so I really wanted to add something different. And you can definitely tell I've got like an orangey blush on today, but I mixed it with the MAC one, and yeah, it's stunning. It's really nice. I do want to get some more, but I just wish that they would change the packaging to like something. I get that it's recyclable and stuff, but I just don't feel like it's very like sturdy, gonna last a while, forever. It's just, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Okay, so the next blush that I'm going to talk about is one that is my second one that I would really miss if it wasn't in my collection, and it's the only one that I bought from the collection. It is one of the Olden's Eye from the Soul Main Man 2 collection that I bought out this year. I didn't even buy the palette. Oh my god, I've got hair here. You see that? Can you see that? It's not coming. Come away. That's it. Yeah, so this was the one that I bought, and it's just so beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful pink. This is in the shade Sunset Clouds. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. There is one that might beat this one in my 2023 favourites, but we'll wait till obviously the end of the year. But yeah, absolutely love this blush. It's so beautiful. It's just so soft and pretty. I would really miss this one if it wasn't in my collection. The next one that I want to talk to you about is the other MAC Stranger Things one, and this is in the shade Friends Don't Lie. Just look at the packaging, it's so cute. And this is what she looks. How beautiful is that colour? Like, again, I have reached for this so many times. If I had to choose, between the two, it's going to be quite an easy decision if you haven't already guessed. Between the two, I would pick this one. I do have like similar blushes, and I know you can probably get more blushes like this, whereas this one, I just don't have anything like this in my collection. It's, again, it's just beautiful. But yeah, I do love this one, and I feel like I got this towards the September time last year, maybe. So I haven't really had chance to use it that much. I was obviously reaching for this one just due to the time of year and stuff. So summertime I do feel like this one will come out more, but it is a beautiful, beautiful blush, and I did reach for it a lot when I got it, just not as much as the other one. And the last one I'm going to talk to you about is a blush topper. So this is in the Nudegasm face palette from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's just this one here. And yeah, it's just the blush topper. So I'll put my blush on, and then this hair is like really annoying me. And then I'll just take the brush and then just a bit of topper. I haven't put it on today, but yeah, it's really, really nice. I really like that. I use it a lot. Highlighter next. Again, I seem to flick between highlighters. Is a hard one because I do tend to change it up as much as possible. That's why I only got ever hit pan on a highlighter yet. But yeah, I think I had two. I did have two. Oh, I still have got two. The first one that I'm going to talk to you about is this one. This is Revlon Skin Lights. This is the one that I have on my face today, and it's really, really nice. Along with the Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah, it's just a really nice colour. I was about to say. It's really nice and very affordable. As you can tell, I've used a lot of this, but I've never hit pan or anything like that. But I did use it a lot. It's really, really nice. The next one I want to talk to you about is, just going to bring this one back. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm one. This is really nice. I did put this a little bit on top of this one today. It's very soft, it's very subtle. Charlotte Tilbury isn't like, you know, your blinding highlighter. That's why I like this. I like this on a soft, subtle day. And sometimes if I do ever use a cream blush on the odd occasion, I'll just put that over the top of the powder, or just over the top of a blush. I know she's bringing some matte cream blushes out, and I'm tempted to try one. But yeah, this is such a nice face palette. I rarely reach for these two, but these, that is why I haven't mentioned contour as well. I just want to point that out. I don't really contour, to be quite honest. I don't really have the time for it, and it's just not me, to be quite honest. I just don't. I've tried it a few times, and I just don't think that it suits me. I feel like I've just got a big muddy mess. Maybe I just don't do it right, but who knows. And the last highlighter, I've got to give a mention to this one because I use this a lot. I did put this in my project pan, then I took it out because I was like, I don't really want to pan this. I don't really want to use it up because I like it so much. It's the Doll Beauty. I mean, all the golds come off like a diamond. It's such a beautiful highlighter. You can't tell, but it is lovely. It's beautiful. Really, really nice. Okay, so what is next? Lips. Shall we do lips? Yeah, we'll do lips. No, we'll do setting sprays. Okay, we'll do setting sprays. There's just two I was really reaching for this year. This is my second bottle of this one. This is my first bottle of this one, which I've nearly used up. If I had to put one in here that I've used, maybe the Revolution Coconut Spray. I did quite like that one. But it doesn't beat these two. So the first one is going to be the Charlotte Tilbury. As I said, this is my second bottle. Absolutely flipping love this. This is amazing. This is what I've got on my face today. In fact, no, I've used them both. So this is what I first put on my face today. Yeah, it's really good. It's worth the hype. It's worth the money. It just melts everything together. Everything just looks seamless, effortless, and it lasts. It makes your makeup last. I do tend to touch up sometimes, but very, very rarely because I haven't got an oily skin type. Sorry. So yeah, I do reach for this a lot. And then the one that came in from shock, because when I first bought it, I was like, what is the hype with this? But I love it now, and I'm nearly out of it. It's the Amelia Olivia Beauty Crop Glow Milk Mist Seal and Set. This is really, really nice. It doesn't have like any glitter particles in it, which I thought it might do being a glow one. But no, I've got this again on today, and it does just give you very, very healthy glow. It's really nice. I put this one on first, and then I put the glow one on top. Really nice. I would definitely 100% repurchase this one. And I'd like to try their Wee Cherie one as well. That's also like hyped up over TikTok. So TikTok made me buy it. TikTok definitely made me buy that. But I also like her. She's really smashing life, and she's doing really well. Lashes, the brands that I kind of want to mention, these are the ones I just always use, and I don't really venture out with my lashes, to be quite honest. Probably should. It's going to be Pound Lashes. These are ones I just haven't used yet, and Kiss. these are the two brands that I've definitely been reaching for. I'm wearing Pain Lashes today, but yeah, absolutely love these brands. If you know any other good brands which are affordable, because I don't tend to want to buy like really expensive lashes, just because half the time they end up like, you know, in a bag or something. I just take them off during the night and then I just forget about them. So yeah, that's why that. Next I'm going to mention mascara. So mascara Sky High, obviously, but that I have used that up and I haven't repurchased it just because I had a few others. I don't tend to buy high end, that is what I was going to say, high end mascaras, but I do just want to give a shout out to this one, this little beauty, which is the Huda Beauty. I had this in like a little set that they sent me, and this is legit lashes, and honestly it's really nice. Like honestly I think I may repurchase this when I've used all this little sachet up, and it's lasted quite a while as well. I didn't think that it would, but no, I reached for this quite a lot since I got it, so I'm surprised that it hasn't like run out yet. And another drugstore one which I've been liking is the Thrill Seeker from Rimmel, and it does definitely do what it says on the tin. It definitely does give you that volume that you know that you need. It doesn't really lengthen your lashes, but it does give you the volume, which is more what I need because I have very sparse lashes. I don't really want them like lengthened and up here because I wear lashes, like false lashes, quite a lot. But sometimes if I do want to just wear mascara, I would just prefer to have the volume over the length, to be quite honest. So yeah, this is a really good one. I think this is just in the shade black, yeah, extreme black. Yeah, it's really nice. I like it. I've reached for it a lot. So lip liners again, and lipsticks, any kind of lip products actually. I have so many. Like I have a wide variety of lip products. So I didn't. So I just wanted. I'm only going to mention like one lip liner. It's the lip liner I have on today, and there's a reason why I'm going to mention it. Is because it's like so small now. This was a full size. It wasn't like a mini. And this is in the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I love this. It literally goes with most lipsticks. I've used it so much. It's in the project pan, it's going down, and I will repurchase this. Like 100%, it is like one of my favourite ones because it literally goes with near enough every lipstick that I own. Yeah, I flipping love that. I really love that. And I just talk about the lipstick that I'm wearing today is a Fenty lipstick. Yeah, this again, I've used this so many times. I didn't really when I first got it, I didn't understand this like contraption that it came in. I actually broken it and I had to take it back, but like you just twist it and it pops out, and I just didn't. I was just too rushing, and I put it in and then I broke it, but then we fixed it. And this is in the shade 6 Scholar Sister, and I have used this a lot, like a hell of a lot. This is such a good formula. I keep meaning to buy another one. This is the only Fenty lipstick that I own. I did pick up a couple of her glosses and that for Christmas, but this is the only lipstick, and I love it. It's just such a good formula. It's so creamy, it's so hydrating, and a lot of the time I put it in my bag and then I forget about it, but I love it so much. And then the gloss that I've got on top of my lips today is the Kylie Jenner in the shade Daddy's Girl, and I've used this. Is that going to be able to show you? Yeah, I've used this such a lot, like a lot. This is like one of my most used lip glosses. I like a gloss on top of a lip, and in the summer I like to just put a lip liner on and then put a gloss on. I don't find this to be sticky. It's so comfortable, so creamy, so hydrating. I absolutely love this, and I really need to get some more shades because it's the only one that I own. It's such a good one, such a good one. If you own these, what is your favourite shade? This is Daddy's Girl, and this has always been a favourite shade of mine. But yeah, it's just like it's got those like really nice sparkly. And there we go. Oh, look at that! It's so pretty, so pretty. And another lip combo that I have to mention because I love this lip combo. Wear it all the time. Absolutely love it. It's a Revolution actually. It is a liquid lipstick from the Homer Simpson, the whole Treehouse of Horrors. that they did, and it is, I don't know what shade it is. I have no, it's the Homer one anyway. Yeah, it came with a lip gloss. I didn't really like the lip gloss, it was a bit too sticky for me. But this is like mousse. It is so comfortable. And I know they brought out a Grinch one which was red, and I really wish I'd picked that up because I think that's the same formula as this one. And then I always put a gloss on top, as I said, and I always use the Oogie Boogie Nightmare Before Christmas. So I've been trying to not use these as much because I don't think you can get them anymore. But yeah, really nice. I do use these a lot. These won't be going in Project Pan because I'm gonna have to try not to use them. Now down to eyeshadows. The last thing on, I think, is that the last thing? Yeah, the last thing. Eyeshadow. We know I own a big collection of eyeshadows, so I found this one really difficult to narrow down, and I did pick five palettes that I was really surprised about. One I didn't expect to put in this, but I just cannot put it down. Let's just dive into it because I think the other ones were just newer brands to my collection. Yeah, let's dive into it. I'm going to first show you the one that I just didn't expect. I just did not expect this to be a favourite of mine, but it ended up being one. So I'm not, like, by all means, the look I'm wearing today, I'm not colourful. Yeah, I am a colourful. I'm not a neutral type of person, and this palette really surprised me. It didn't come even in the top 10 in my 42 favourite palettes of the year, so it was really a surprise. But when I was looking through my palettes and I was trying to pick like a few that I just wanted to share in this video, I was like, I have to pick that one because I do keep going back, and every time I look at it, I think I just want love, to be quite honest. And this is the Huda Beauty Empowered palette. Again, I don't think nobody probably would have thought that this would show up here in one of like my favourites of 2022. But I do love this palette, and now that I'm back at work, I can see myself reaching for this a lot because it's just so pretty, so blendable, so quick, so easy. I don't really care for these cream shades here. If I had to pick between this one and the Natasha Denona, I think I'd choose this one. I really do, and I did never expect me to say that one. I don't know. I think I need to use. I haven't really used Natasha Denona for such a long time now because like this one came out and then I was just using this one all the time. So yeah, but honestly, it's such a good palette. I did pay full price for that. I probably shouldn't have. They are really expensive. That is my rabbit having some kind of fit. The next one, so all the rest are new to me brands that I tried last year and fell in love with their formula. So this one is from Simply Posh Cosmetics. I'm trying to hold these correctly. And this is the Fairy Tale Fairies palette. I flipping love this palette. I really do. I found myself reaching for this a lot. I had to kind of like put it down, like more so the greeny tones because I love green eyeshadow. But yeah, this is such a pretty palette. It was just I love it. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. And if you didn't watch my video that I recently put up, I was testing out the Genuine Gems palette, so definitely go ahead and give that a check out as well, see what I thought about that one. And the next one is from Gourmand Girls. Again, new brand to me, and this was the Spooked palette. Again, I used this like the other day. Like, this is not just a Halloween palette. You kind of block that off and you've just got your neutrally tones. I did like a really nice purple eyeshadow look with this the other day. It was really pretty. Did I film that one? I think I might have done. If I didn't, it was over on Instagram anyway. But yeah, I really love this palette, and like I said, it's not just a Halloween palette to me. I can use this all year round, so that's kind of why it stood out to my collection. Next, I'm dropping everything today. The next one came very high up in my yearly rankings. Definitely go ahead and check that out if you want to see where it ranked. And it is the Serenity palette from Cosmic Brushes. I have reached for this so much. I've nearly hit pan on this shade down here. This is such a beautiful palette. This is a UK indie brand, and I believe that it's still in stock. It's only like £20 or something. It's beautiful. This like duochrome up here, which I can see already is just catching the light, is so pretty. It's a beautiful palette, and I did struggle to put that one down when I got it. It's just an all year round palette for me, because you've got your depth, you've got your light shades. It's beautiful. And another one that I struggled to put down, and a newer brand to me last year, was Nomad Cosmetics, and it was their Cloud Forest Monteverde palette. Tropical vibes. Yeah, and this was the colour story. Again, another bright eyeshadow. Sorry about that. But yeah, I absolutely love this one as well. I really loved playing with it, and it's a stunning eyeshadow palette. That is the last one. Yeah. So that is all of the products that I was loving throughout 2022. Yeah, I think that's everything. Is it? I hope that you've enjoyed this video anyway. It has gone on for a little bit of a long time. I'm now going to go and potentially do some housework. If you're wondering what I have on today, it obviously didn't show up. It is the Interstellar Carnivore number 5. Obviously I didn't put this in a yearly favourites just because I've only just started using it. But yeah, so I hope that you all enjoyed it. I hope that you're liking everything that I'm putting up at the minute. I hope you're going to stick around. I hope that you're going to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.